Good
Good morning.
morning.
Okay, girls, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the class. Today, inshallah, we are going to have social studies and we are going to talk about studying population. In this lesson, you are going to know and to understand what is population and what is the population density. And we are going to understand what is the factors that affect the population to grow in the number or to be less in the number. I want you right now to open your books on the page 113 in your student book. Girls, is my voice clear or laggy?
No, it's clear.
That's good. Okay. Now I want to ask you this question. Do you think that all the people live in one place?
No.
No, they live where in various places. Every group of people they are living in a country or in a state or in a city, and that would make all the number of the people around the world go to 7 billion. So those 7 billion, they are not living in one place, but they are what? They are living in various places around the world. Today, we are going to learn what is the meaning of population. Who are the population? What does it mean, population?
I know.
Yes, Wadeen.
It's the number of people who's living in the country.
Excellent. So population means the people who live in one place. طيب, we have, as you can see in 113 in your book, we have something, it's called human population density. What does it mean? It means the number of the people who live in a unit of land. For example, if we come here to Russia, we would go to what? To count how many people are living on the land of Russia. We will count it. And then we will go, for example, we will find that those people are 142 million. Right, let's go for China. We will count the people who are living in China. You will find that the people who live in China are 2 billion. 2 billion. What about India? India also the same. You will find 2 billion people are living in India. And I want you to notice here the size and the different size between a country like Russia and a country like India or China. India is less in the size than China and Russia. Nevertheless, they have more people. They have 2 billion people. طيب, if we go for a country, for example, like Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, you see, this is all Saudi Arabia right here. We call it Saudi Arabia. The land of Saudi Arabia, it's not small, it's big. But how many people are living in Saudi Arabia? Only 30 millions. 30 millions. Okay, if we go, for example, to here, to Algeria. This is Algeria. It's the biggest country in Africa. How many people there are living in Algeria? Again, you will find that there are about 40 million. But Algeria is big. Why we don't have much people? This is the number that we have. We have 40 million people in Algeria. We have 30 million people in Saudi Arabia, but we have 2 billion people in India and 2 billion people in China. That makes China and India the most countries that have the most population, the most countries who have the most population around the world. Although if we go for America, America right here, it's a very big country, and this is Canada. Canada is bigger than India and China. Why it doesn't have that much of people? Well, there's a lot of factors that affect why people want to live in one place and they don't want to live in another place. There's a lot of things that affect that. And also, there's another factor that makes the people more in one place more than the others, like this here or here or here or here or any other place. Like, for example, why America? America, they have, if we say that Canada is cold, America has a nice weather, then why they don't have 2 billion or 3 billion? And a lot of people wants to go actually to America, but why they don't have 2 billion or 3 billion? Why we have India and China? India is the one of the poorest countries around the world. Why they have this number of people? Why they didn't make it less? And why people aslan like to live in there? This is what we are going to learn together when we go for the factors. But first, if I want to ask you, how can I know the population density? Population density, which means that the number of people who live in one land. طيب, give me the population of Saudi Arabia, for example. The population density of Saudi Arabia. You will go like this. You will make it like this. You will divide, you will count the number of people. You will put the number of people right here. People, for example, they are what? They are 30. Okay, number of people in that area, which is Saudi Arabia, and then you divide it on the number of what? Land size. On the land size. So you will take the number of people and you divide it on the land size in squares, miles, or square kilometer. And then after that, you will tell me how much people they are living in the country of Saudi Arabia. You will say, for example, that the people in Saudi Arabia, they have 30 million, and this is the number, 30 million, and the land itself, it's more than 150 miles. The land is very big. Okay, now try to divide it. It will give you a number. This number, we call it what? We call it population density, which means that I will say like, oh, in every kilometer, you will find like 4 people that are living in this area. 4 people in every kilometer. You will find 4 people living in this area, and then in another kilometer, another 4 people. So you will divide the number of the whole population on the size of the land that we have, and then it will give you the density. Density, it means, is the country overpopulated or it's fine? If you go, for example, in China, you would find in each square, and in each square on the land, you will find 3 people standing on it. How did they bring this number? They make it with the population density. They divided the number of the population, 2 billion, and then they divide it on what? On the number of the land, because their land is not that big, not as much as Russia or Canada. So 2 billion, they are living in a small area. What is the size of this area of China? For example, I can say it's 200. Divide this and this, you will find on this, you will find that maybe the number of 1 square of the land, it will have 3 people standing on it. In India, even more than this, 2 billion, and the number of the land, it's less than 200. So you will find maybe 5 people standing in 1 square of land. That means that it's overpopulated, what we call it, overpopulated. These are the most populated countries around the world. For example, this is an idea to give you the population density. If you go, for example, to the beach and you wanted to have a nice day, you will go there and you find all of these people are with you. Why? Because there's a lot of people. Anyway, if you want to go to the Great Wall of China and to watch it, you will find all of these people with you. Why? Because there's no place. Those people are so much. Okay, let's go right now. This is will give you an idea of population density right here. You can notice all of these people are in school. Now imagine that this is a square right here, square of land. How many people there are standing? 4 people. and here another square, 4 people, another square, 4 people. So it means that it's overpopulated country with too many people around. طيب, population density is used to calculate the population of a town, city, country, or even of the whole world. Cities with very high population densities include Macau, Monaco, Hong Kong, um, Gibraltar, and others. When a city has a high population density, it might be labeled as overpopulated area, like China and India. We call them both. We will call them overpopulated. What does that mean? It means that they have so many people in one place, which makes it hard for the country to have education for everybody, health for everybody, help for everybody, job for everybody. Why? Because we have many of them. Okay, a city become overpopulated because of various factors. Now we are going to learn what is the factors that affect the people to have that much of people around the country, and why they have this much of people. Actually, there's a lot of reasons and a lot of factors. Okay, we will say factors that that cause overpopulation. What are these factors? I'll write it like this. So, number one of the factors that cause the place to have so many people in one place is number one, increase in the birth rate. Which means a place like India, for example, why they have 2 billion in just a small country while they don't have money for them? Why? Because there's an increase in the birth rate, which means that some of the families, they have each year, they have one child, a new child, a new child, a new child. So what's going on? After a while, you will find in the whole area, you will find many children and many people. Where did they come from? From the birth, because they have a very high birth rate compared to other countries. Like if you go for Germany, for example, or Japan, they don't have this much of birth rate. Actually, Japan and Germany is one of the countries that they have the lowest birth rates around the world. If you go on the other hand for China or for India, you'll find that there's increasing and it's very high in the birth rate. This is one factor. Another factor, decline in death rate due to advanced technologies. So decline in death rate. Okay, Miss, why you are saying this? Do you want the people to die? No, no, no. It's not my talk. I want you to understand that since long time ago, like since 100, before we have this much of technologies right now, before 100 years ago, the people they used to die more often than now. The people used to die of wars. The people used to die of diseases. The people used to die of accidents more than now. But now, because we have so much technologies around us, like for example, if you have a kind of disease like chicken pox, for example, from 200 years ago, it used to kill people. Chicken pox, it's a type of disease. Okay, this disease, it will it'll give you like scratching in your skin, and then your skin will be swallowing, and then you will find that your fever goes up very very high, and then after a while this person die, and it's very infected, which means that if one person in the family has chickenpox, all the family might have it in just 2 days. And the people who had this disease since 200 years ago, they died. It was a death disease. Yani, who got it, he will die. Why? Because they didn't have a cure. Okay? But now, when the technologies came and we have advanced technologies, we found a cure for many diseases. Most of them, like chickenpox, like also like like what also, like this, like coronavirus, flu, all of them, they have what, we have a cure for them. For example, in the flu, since 200 years ago, it used to kill people, it used to kill people. But now if you have a flu, you will go to take injection, you will take a medicine, you will take maybe some ventilation, and then you will be fine. Why? Because now you have the technology to help you to extend your life, subhanallah. So now the technology help us to have more life than the people before us. For example, people who have heart disease, since long time ago they used to die على طول. But now no, we can make surgery for them. We can make for them even artificial hearts. We can make for those people and to let them live. But since long time ago, no, anybody who has the heart, he will die. So now we have decline in death rate, which means that people, they are not dying like before. They will spend more time to live than dying before. This is another factor. The third factor we have that make the people overpopulated is lower rate of immigration. Lower rate in immigration. What does that mean? It means that, for example, a country like China, why people they don't like to immigrate to other country? Why they stay in there? India, for example. Let's go for okay for maybe America. America, they have also, America is the third or the fourth country around the world, overpopulated, by the way. So why they don't immigrate? Immigrate يعني to move their country and to move their living from this country to another country. Why they don't go? Maybe this is the reason. I will tell you the reason. Maybe their situation in that country is very good and they are paid very well and the circumstances of life is nice. يعني the weather is nice, the people are nice to them, the money that they got paid for the salaries that they have are high, and they have good living, they have welfare. What is welfare? Which means that you can provide everything for your family. You have the house, you have the car, you have the money needed to do that, and you have the good health care and you have the good education. So, who wants to move when you have all of these facilities? Nobody. Of course, you want the best for your children. So, if I live in a place that provide everything for me, of course, I will not move, right? So, this is another factor that those people who live in those areas, they have what, the lower rate of immigration. They don't want to leave their places. Some of them not only because of the welfare, some of them they like living in there because they have their families, they talk the same language, and they are afraid if they go to another country not to be able to communicate because their language is different and strange for others. Like for example, Chinese, their language is not so much spread around the world. So if they want to go in any other place, they will face some problems because they can't blend with the people. So they say, let's stay in our place. This is one of the reasons. Another reason for the overpopulated is increase in number of immigrants. Increase of number of immigrants. What does that mean? You said that there's no immigration. Yes, no immigration for the people who live in the country. Yani they don't leave it. But there's also people who come from other areas to my country. Let's suppose that I'm living in Monaco. Monaco is a country that is overpopulated. Monaco is near of France, by the way, and it's very small country. The people who live in there are so many that you don't have even you can't buy a house there. There's no houses. Why? Nobody leaves the country. Why طيب? Why it's overpopulated? Because they have birth rate, they don't die that often, and lower rate of immigration. They don't leave the country because the circumstances there is very nice. And also the people, when they hear about Monaco, they want to go there because Monaco is number one country in paying salaries. It's the best country when it comes to salaries. So all the people they want to go there. Okay? So increased number of immigrants. All the people will go there to take the advantages of that country. So they will go to live in Monaco. And then number 5, sustainable natural resources. Also, one of the reasons that people they don't like to leave the area is sustainable natural resources, which means that even though if the whole world they don't have electricity or oil, their country will not be affected. Why? Because their country have many natural resources. Their country, for example, have rivers, have lakes, have waterfalls, have a lot of woods around them, have also some gas in the sea. They can use it, so they don't have to import from other countries. No, they have all the natural resources they need in their country, aslan. So that makes them what? Makes them want to stay in the place and not to go to any other place because they wouldn't have the same advantages and the luxury that they have in that country. So this is another reason. Another reason also for overpopulation is convenient climate conditions. Also, climate conditions affect your living, by the way. Because if you have a place that you don't like the weather in it, although if the place is very nice, but you can't bear the climate, then you can't live in there. A very nice example of that is Canada. Many people immigrate from Canada and leave it. Why? Because Canada is one of the coldest countries around the world. The temperature can reach 40% or below 40 degree, or sometimes below 50 degree below zero. 50 degree below zero. Imagine if we have here in Saudi Arabia that the temperature reach 7, we will be just cracking our teeth and just to stay in the corner, put the heater beside us, and wear all the clothes in the closet. Imagine if you are living in one place and this place they have 40 degree below zero. How the people live? Aslan, if you go there and just try to open the window of your house, you will find that there's a snow come to your house. If you try to go outside, your eyes, your eyebrow will be frozen. Your mustache, if you're a man, it will be frozen. Your eyes will be there's a snow on it. You can't open it, and your hands will be freezing. And if you spend more time in that area, you will be frozen to death if you don't wear the suitable
Miss,
clothes. Yes, Galia.
some people get frostbite from snow, and it's not good.
What? Some people get what? Frosted?
Some people when they get frostbites if they touch the snow sometimes. If they touch it and it's really freezing like Canada, and they might get frostbites.
Yes, yes, I know that. It's true, and that's why not all of people actually can bear to live in cold climates. That's why I tell you that the climate is a very important condition that affects your life. If you have a place that have the nice climate and natural resources and nice technologies and they pay you very well, who wants to leave that area? Nobody. That's what happened in Monaco. Let me show you Monaco. My computer today is dead. I flip the page and go for 114. Okay.
Miss, in Canada,
Yes, Ghalia, the internet connection is laggy a little bit. Tell me.
I know. In Canada, summer, like no,
I can't hear you, Allah. Your voice is so laggy. Listen, my girls, we are
in
done with the time class, so I'm going to close it now and I'm
summer,
going to.
Canada is cold or not?
Yes, Ghalia.